Hi everyone, this is Sujal here. This is going to be my first video on solving some LeetCode problems. Today we will take a look at two-sum. That is the first problem that LeetCode offers when you come at the welcome screen. So I am assuming that you all are new here because the newcomers are the ones that solve this question first. So let's take a look. If we read up the description here, it says given array of integers nums and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target. Basically, this means that we have an array, and in that array we have to select two of the elements which finally adds up to target. We have to return the indices. Note it. We have to return the indices and not the elements. We have to return the indices like yeah. So we will have two elements creating such a combination that they add up to the target. This will be clear from seeing the examples. Let's take a look. Also, one thing, that there is exactly one solution and you may not use the same element twice. This means that you may not use the element at the same index twice. So it can't be like, suppose 2 is at index 0 and you have to make 4. You can't just do 2 plus 2 and equal to 4. No, that can't be. That doesn't mean like, I will show you. Let's go to the examples first. So here we have the first array 2, 7, 11 and 15. And the target we have to make is 9. So it is easily visible that 2 plus 7 equal to 9. So yeah. So the index of 2 is 0 and 7 and of 7 is 1. So we will have the output or the result as 0, 1 because uh, the index of 2 is 0 and the index of 7 is 1 and they add up to 9. Yeah, 2 plus 7 equal to 9. Similarly, in the second example, we have 3 plus 2, 3 comma 2 comma 4 and we have to make 6. Here 3 plus 2 equal to 5, no. 3 plus 4, no. 2 plus 4, yeah. This is the one. 2 plus 4. So this is the only combination that will make the addition equal to 1. I mean addition equal to target, that is 6 here, 6 in this case. So for the index of 2 we have 1 and the index of 4 is 2, obviously just right next to it. So the output would be 1 comma 2. Again, this will clear this condition, I think so. See here, this statement doesn't mean that there can't be duplicates and you can't use duplicates. There might be duplicates, like in this case 3 comma 3, and like you can see that the target equal to 6, 3 plus 3 equal to 6. Yeah, you just can't use 0, the element at 0th index again and again. Like it couldn't have been like 0 comma 0 or 1 comma 1. It can't. It has to be distinct. The element, the number may be same, there might be duplicates, but the indices have to vary. The indices have to vary, I repeat. Again, looking up at the constraints, this doesn't mean much. Yeah, just we can see that nums is not null actually, and yeah, we have seen this. Yeah, so don't worry about much about this right now. Let's jump to our IDE. So here I have it. Also, before starting this, I am assuming that you know a little bit about hash maps or hash tables. It will be easier to understand this video if you know something, yeah, about it earlier. You can easily find some videos or articles. It is an easy concept to grasp. It will help you a lot to make efficient code. So make sure you check it out. Yeah. So the idea is to keep track of the indices of the respective elements. So how we will do it? Let me show you here. Suppose we have an array 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Here the indices are 0, 1, 2 and 3 respectively. So 1 refers to the 0th index, 2 refers to the first index, 3 refers to the second index, 4 refers to the third index. So we somehow have to store this data, somehow. So that we can come back and see, oh, we have the element 3. So what would be the index? We don't have to go back and check and where the tree was and all that. That would be quite inefficient. If we use a hash map that I'm saying you should use, then you will just be able to, oh, 3, the index is 2. Oh, 5, the index is that x. Oh, it works like that. So for this, we will use a hash map. I'm creating one here. Hash map. Since both the entries will be integer, because that element will be integer and the index will be integer. So yeah, we'll have integer comma integer, and let's call it index map, maybe. Yeah, something like this. Now let's say I taken with the current element we add. Let's call it x, and now I will loop through the array just in a simple, this is just a simple for loop, as you can see in my chat scene. Yeah, so what we will have, x equal to nums I. Here x is the element and I is the index, so nums I, yeah, nums is the array. Now what we have to see, that if index map contains the key refers to the element in this case, so key is the element. So what we will have to see, if target minus x exists or not. So let's get back to our example. Like in this case, let's see example 2. Here suppose we are at 4, we are at 4, that is index 0 1 2, 2, index 2, we are at 4. What we have to see, if 6 minus 4 exists before this or not, before this or not. So since we have, suppose we have stored the index for 2 as 1, so we can simply do a check, like 6 minus 4 exists in here, like 6 minus 4 is 2, and 2, if it 2 exists in the map or not. Yes, 2 exists in the map, 2 will exist in the map. We will see it just in a bit. So we will go back there and get the address, get the index. So that will be 1. We just simply return it if we find it. If we don't, we will just carry on and see if there are any other combination. There will be one combination as listed here, that exactly one solution. Yeah, you will have one. There won't be any cases where you won't have any solution, so we don't need to worry about that. We just have to keep going. So if it is found, we simply have to return what? An integer array. Why I am returning an integer array? Because see, the return type of the function is an integer array. And what we have to return? We have to return the indices. Do note, we have to return the indices and not the values. They are the indices that we are returning. So they can be in any order, like, yeah. So index map dot get target minus, this will return this thing will return the index for the past value that we are looking for. The next one is the index of the current value that we used to check for that target minus x and all that. So here what is it? It is I. Now after all this, if suppose, actually this will stop here, but if just in case target minus x doesn't exist in the map yet, what we have to do? We have to carry on. So we just have to put the current element in the map, the index and the element. So x will refer to what? I. X is the element, I is the index. As simple as that. Now you will see that there is an error coming. The ID that okay, missing return statement. Just for the formality, just return null. We don't need it. We won't need it actually, but for the ID, yeah, we have to do it. So let's try it. As you can see, it passes all the normal test cases. Let's submit it to scene. It also crosses the final. Yeah, yeah. It's roughly the best possible solution that you may get. There might be some more optimization, maybe, I'm not sure, but this is close to best. So here we go. And on a closing note, I would say that there might be some mistakes in the video. Actually, this is the first one I'm making on LeetCode problems, so pardon me for that. And thank you for watching to the end. And if you really have watched this far, thank you very much. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.